There is a great need for sustainable cities in the world. In the next 50 years, 1.7 billion new people will move into urban areas that do not yet exist. In addition, many of the city dwellers, especially in the third world, live in slum conditions. In fact, almost 1 billion people live in slums. That is 1/3 of all global city dwellers. In Asia and the Pacific, 2 out of 5 urban dwellers live in slums, compared with even 3 out of 5 in Africa. It is critical for the sustainable future of our planet that we build these new city environments so that they function in accord with natural law. Cities and the buildings of which they are composed of should be structures that nourish and sustain every aspect of human life. The design of such a holistic city is made ideally according to the most ancient and complete system of city planning, known by the Sanskrit terms Sthapatya Ved or Vastu or Vastuvidya, and is revived in its full dignity in this generation by His Holiness Maharishi Mahesh Yogi. Maharishi says that Vastu is a great power in nature. It is that power of natural law which balances all the far and near influences and which is ultimately responsible for the creation and maintenance of the entire ever-expanding universe. This system of Vedic architecture is scientific, straightforward and global, but utterly profound and effective. We have worked with it for more than 20 years on numerous projects around the world, including a few hundred university, college and school buildings, benefiting hundreds of thousands of students every day. We planned and built the only city in the world, Maharishi Vedic City in Iowa, USA, where every building is designed according to Vastu. We built a beautiful housing development in Great Britain at Rendlesham with Vastu buildings even reflecting the local English style and tradition of the area. In the Netherlands, we are building the residential campus of Meru University, where we have developed a special master builder system of self-insulating precast wall elements with perfect finish inside and outside, including full ornamentation of pillars and arches at the same time. Houses like this are so beautiful and built very quickly and cost-effective. Even this 12-story exhibition tower, the Maharishi Tower of Invincibility, can be built with the same precast sandwich wall elements, as well as many of the administrative and educational centers that are in progress, like this Peace Palace in Erfurt, Germany. There is the world's most healthy office building, Tower Oaks 2000, a LEED Platinum certified Vastu building, and there are various hospital buildings and Vedic medical clinics, colleges and spas. Over time, we have assembled a portfolio of more than 100 prototype houses, which are already built and where the plans are available. These are typically marketed as fortune-creating homes and come in all sizes, styles and materials, ready for anyone in any country. Each building project begins with site evaluation to make sure the land is suitable and auspicious. In Vastuvidya, the main criteria is right orientation. Orientation is twofold, once with reference to the globe, north and south poles and the equator, and the other with reference to the sun rising in the east. The strongest influence of natural law comes from the sun. On its path from east to west, from sunrise to sunset, the sun generates different energies. When it rises in the east, the total holistic, life-supporting influence of natural law is blessing the home. The west, however, is the direction of the setting sun. There the energy of the day is sinking. The vitality of the day is sinking, which is causing all kinds of lack, because the energy is gone. So there is lack of affluence, lack of creativity, and even lack of health. Vedic architecture is the only science in the world that has the knowledge of the quality of different directions. This chart here shows that from 8 possible directions, only 2, east and north, are really auspicious and recommended for all. Rotated buildings, however, facing intermediate directions are always producing inauspicious and disharmonious results. The house should be designed in such a way that the different energies of the sun correspond to the specific functions and the activities of each room. Then natural law is always supporting every aspect of our daily life. For example, the dining room should be located where the digestion is most supported, and the study should be located where the intellect is most lively, and the living room should be located where social life would be most enjoyable and harmonious. If this order gets confused, one may get hungry in the bedroom and sleepy in the kitchen, and so on and so on. Geophysicists and astrophysicists have observed that all planetary bodies vibrate in a certain way. From seismology and helioseismology, it is known that the Earth and Sun vibrate in terms of so-called spherical harmonics, with nodal lines running both from east to west and from north to south, as shown in these charts. The intersection of these standing waves naturally give rise to a global grid with east-west and north-south orientation due to the symmetry-breaking effect of the Earth's rotation. Buildings should be placed in harmony with this underlying vibrational field, which means they should always be aligned to the cardinal directions. In addition, research in neuroscience has shown that the nerve cells of the brain, the neurons of the thalamus, fire differently when facing different directions. This means that the power of thought is influenced by directionality, and that for optimum brain coherence our daily activity should conform to proper orientation. Today, doctors are routinely asking their patients in which direction they sleep or work, because it says in the textbooks of Ayurveda one should not even stay one day in a building that is not according to Vastu. Having moved into their new fortune-creating home, many people have noticed dramatic improvements in the destiny of their families and in their private and professional life. Also, companies experienced spontaneous turnaround and sudden good luck and prosperity. Reports have come from California that a great forest fire with 6-meter-high flames, which was consuming all buildings in the area, miraculously split in front of the Vastu home and walked around the compound without even burning the wooden fence posts. We got similar reports from different places with regards to fire, flooding, hurricanes and cyclones, which did not even touch the Vastu homes. This surprising phenomenon is now commonly called the Vastu shield effect, Scientists compare it to the Meissner effect of quantum physics, shown here in this diagram, where the disturbing influence of a magnetic field is penetrating the ordinary conductor, shown on the left, but flowing around and not harming a coherently structured superconductor on the right. Similarly, an orderly Vastu city could be compared to the coherent structure of a superconductor, which is in striking contrast to the random, chaotic layout of an ordinary city that has no defense to outer destructive influences. This Vastu effect seems to be providing an invincible armor, a Vastu Kavacham, to the fortunate inhabitants of a Vedic city. Therefore, it would be a really good idea to apply Vastu principles to urban design and planning in general. Modern architecture and city planning does not know this concept of orientation. Buildings are facing randomly any direction, causing subtle violations of the natural law of orientation. These violations accumulate day after day, week after week, and produce a cloud of social stress hovering over the city, so that nobody is really happy, healthy, or successful in these cities. Any existing city or town can, in a systematic and practical manner, be reconstructed in, let's say, 4 stages. In phase 1, we are controlling the expansion of the city by establishing a master plan with parallel roads in east-west and north-south directions. In phase 2, we are beginning the construction of peace colonies and Vastu satellite towns around the city, free from pollution, noise and stress, and set in landscaped gardens. In phase 3, we are starting to demolish the congested city center, replacing it with a beautiful garden Brahmastan, a central park with flowers and fountains. Phase 4 is showing the final stage of the expanded garden city with ideal living conditions, including modern communications and transportation system, non-toxic building material, free from pollution and radiation, with sustainable water management, solar panels and natural heating or cooling. The revitalized city will be anciently designed in harmony with natural law, but most modernly equipped with state-of-the-art green, sustainable technologies regarding the basic requirements of water, energy, food and waste treatment. The master plan of a Vastu city is in principle composed of modular elements. The smallest is the individual building and its compound. The next is a cluster that often corresponds to a city block. The next is a neighborhood of blocks centered on a Brahmastan park. And these can be combined into larger units until an entire city is laid out. An infinite number of differing configurations can be achieved with varying degrees of density and building types. The city center, however, should have a special complex of mixed-use, commercial, educational and public buildings, nicely arranged around the central Brahmastan park, which is always the silent heart of the city. The good news is that construction is going on anyway. For no additional cost, we can build in harmony with natural law and gain the additional benefits of health, happiness and success. Only this vital information has to be passed on to the responsible city planners and developers everywhere. The Institute of Vedic City Planning was founded by Maharishi University of Management as an international platform with experts from many fields to offer both the Vedic and the modern technologies to design such ideal communities. For more information on city planning, please visit www.vediccityplanning.com, in one word, Vedic City Planning. For information on Vastu buildings, please visit www.maharishi.vastu, one word, maharishivastu.org. Knowledge is for action. Now let us build as many fortune-creating homes and Vastu cities around the world as soon as possible. Thank you, and thank you, and thank you very much.